Good afternoon, students. Today again I am going to teach class 10 civics chapter 3 part 2 Prime Minister and Council of Ministers. Today we are going to learn about the formation of cabinet. First of all, we'll learn the formation of cabinet. The cabinet is composed of a small but very important body of senior leaders of the party, which includes Council of Ministers, who holds important portfolios. They decide major policies of the government. They form nucleus of the administration. In short, we can say it is the pivot round which runs the whole administration. The whole administration revolves around cabinet. Appointment of the cabinet. Prime Minister selects his senior and trustworthy colleagues and advises the President to appoint them as cabinet ministers. The next point is term of office. The ministers hold office during the pleasure of the President. Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers are directly responsible to the Lok Sabha and can remain in office so long as they enjoy the majority support in the House of the People, that is Lok Sabha. Ministers have to resign collectively. Everyone has to resign if vote of no confidence is passed by Lok Sabha against Council of Ministers. Next point is President administers the oath of office. So, the oath of office is administered by President of the country. So, before the minister enters upon his office, the President administers him the oath of office and of secrecy. In the oath of office, the minister swears to bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India, uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India. Minister also takes oath to be faithful and consciously discharge his duties without fear or favor, action or ill will. So now we will learn the powers and functions of the cabinet. Under this powers and function, first is the administrative powers. Under this administrative powers, first policy making. First power is policy making. I want all the students to at least memorize or learn 3 to 4 powers under administrative powers. So under this policy making, the cabinet formulates both external and domestic policies of the government. Cabinet takes decisions on matters such as defense, economic policy, security needs, president rule in state, formation of new states, etc. Second is implementation of policy. Once a policy decision is taken by the cabinet on any subject, it is conveyed to the ministers of states and the deputy ministers of the concerned ministry. You can see just now India is facing a crucial time due to this COVID-19 and how the cabinet minister is implementing their policies. You can see in the regular news headlines also what things are being implemented through cabinet minister. So you need to relate the situation, how they implement the policy after making the policy. So third one is coordinates the functioning of the various ministers. Cabinet coordinates the working of various departments for the smooth implementation of government policies. Next one is appointments. All major appointments, though made by the president, but they are decided upon by the cabinet. Such appointments refer to the appointments of judges of the Supreme Court, high courts, governors of state, chief election commissioners and other dignitaries. The cabinet chooses our ambassadors to the other nation also. So this is all your administrative policies. In the next part we will do legislative powers and other powers also. Thank you.